I get it, you're scrolling through endless wireless mic options, and every product page promises studio-grade sound while you're just trying to figure out if you'll actually get usable audio on a sidewalk interview or a quick vlog. You've probably already tried the built-in mic on your phone, gotten that echoey, tinny result, and now you're wondering if spending a few $100 on a dedicated system is worth it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's break down what the DJI Mic 3 actually does in the kinds of situations you'll put it in, and whether it's the right fit before you click Add to Cart. First off, the biggest pain point most creators face is juggling gear that either weighs a ton or takes forever to set up. The DJI Mic 3 is built around the idea of being ultralight and intuitive. Both transmitters are about the size of a thumb and clip onto a lapel or a shirt collar in seconds, and the receiver slides onto any hot shoe or can be tucked into the pocket of a DSLR, mirrorless body, or even a smartphone using the included mobile adapter. When you're moving from a coffee shop interview to a park walk and talk, you don't have to fumble with clamps or screw-in cables, just clip, snap, and you're rolling. Battery life is another real-world concern. The charging case holds enough juice for roughly 28 hours of combined use, which means you could film an entire day of content, swap the transmitters while they recharge in the case, and still have a buffer for a night shoot. That confidence in "I won't lose a take because the mic died" is something I've seen creators miss when they rely on cheaper batteries that die after an hour or two. The case itself is compact enough to slip into a small bag, so you're not adding bulk to your gear bag. Now, let's talk about the actual audio. The adaptive gain control claims to balance volume whether you're whispering a product demo or shouting over traffic. In my tests, the mic handled a quiet voice on a library floor with enough presence that you didn't have to boost the gain in post, yet when I raised my voice to simulate a street interview, the audio stayed clean without clipping. The dual-band anti-interference feature is a practical safeguard if you're filming in crowded Wi-Fi environments. Think a bustling market or a conference hall where multiple wireless devices are fighting for the same spectrum. I didn't notice any dropouts or hiss even when a nearby presenter was using a Bluetooth speaker, which is a relief because those sudden pops can ruin a take and force you to reshoot. One of the more subtle strengths is the 3 voice tone presets. They're not just novelty, they let you quickly switch the mixed tonal character to match the mood of your piece. For a soft, intimate tutorial, the warm setting adds a gentle low-end presence, whereas the bright preset makes a fast-paced vlog feel punchier without you having to add EQ later. It's a small but handy tool for creators who don't want to dive into a full post-production workflow for every video. The backup channel is another feature that feels aimed at professionals who can't afford to lose a moment. The receiver records a second, identical audio stream at a slightly lower gain, so if the primary channel peaks or clips, you still have a clean version to fall back on. In practice, I didn't see any noticeable difference between the two streams on a normal take, but knowing that safety net exists adds peace of mind for a live interview or a timed event where you can't just ask the subject to repeat themselves. So, who should actually buy this kit? If you're a solo creator vlogger, TikTok storyteller, mobile journalist, or anyone who frequently records on the go, the DJI Mic 3 checks a lot of boxes. It gives you wireless freedom without the weight penalty, the battery lasts through a full day, and the anti-interference tech means you can trust it in noisy, crowded places. The 2 transmitters cover most interview scenarios. You can have yourself on one and a guest on the other, or you could use both for a 2-person podcast on the road. The included charging case and mobile adapter make it equally at home on a DSLR, a mirrorless camera, or directly into an iPhone or Android phone, which is perfect if you switch between devices. On the flip side, if your production routinely involves 3 or more on-camera personalities, you'll quickly outgrow the 2-mic limit. The system doesn't support adding a 3rd transmitter, so you'd need to invest in a separate solution or a larger mixer. Likewise, if you're looking for the absolute highest fidelity, think studio vocal recordings where you need a large diaphragm condenser mic and meticulous preamp control. This kit is a step up from phone mics but still a wireless lavalier, so it won't replace a dedicated studio mic. Finally, if you're already deep into another ecosystem, RDE, Sennheiser, etc., and have multiple accessories built around.